Yeah, we be akwa baba and the Kerm Sport TV on YouTube. You say weekend matches na be air coso. Manchester City aboy we team my friend no. Aston Villa sabro mu go so omobo. But game you be any can you be akono na efe. Now you can miss it or enjoy it. Me dimu nsem mo bremo the Spanish La Liga game e course between Boboku a friend Celta Vigo and Boboku a friend FC Barcelona or Barcelona home, the Barcelona grounds. Ade amado the ntimi anye no midu can no be ade ball machi after all those trolls, all those promises, the belief, the hope. With them omo fans said the game against Arsenal no omo betini aye a comeback no eno na amado for ntimi anya and every FC Barcelona aye and yama Barcelona fans no e de twetwe team a your friend Real Madrid. Na interesting how saa game no esi kɔɔyɛ sɛ game no ɛkɔ so wɔ Belados a nke nye obiara nwanwa ɛnya de sɛ nke bɛyɛ obiara nwanwa looking at the kind of performance a Celta Vigo put two up no, but this is a game a ɛbaa so ɛwɔ the home ground of team a yɛfrɛ no FC Barcelona ɛna game no etimi ɛbaa so nti ohwɛ performance a team a yɛfrɛ no Celta Vigo put two up ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɔmo wɔ the former Barcelona player like Moriba ɛwɔ mu deɛ. But the performance I put two up no so when you're neutral now we game now you really enjoy the game meaning say oh yeah against now we game now you not be happy with the kwanya Celta Vigo fast so lose so yeah a kwanya fast so concede penalty no again a kwanya omo referee ne fast so the 8 minutes eto so no na me hwe game na me bisa won say dey see ya referee the 8 minutes eto so but again Barca in as much as at a point they were down on Man City back they continue to search, they continue to knock at the back line of Tima. Your friend of Celta Vigo no team the ultimate. Nti sana game no kwa emi ram na mo de nneema esisi wo game no enso etimi abre omo hwe me ene omo tie me this particular time ene awie on YouTube. You see game na trend first of all coach your friend Claudio Gonzalez and then the team odi mu ewo Barcelona no or starting in a 4-1-4-1 formation. Into okay, the back line of Abrante Fen Javi Rodriguez, or boy Yao Lago, or boy Abrante Fen Marcos Alonso, the former Chelsea, the former Valencia, the former Barcelona defender, no ball Sergio Carrera on the left back. And or the from Bertrand, it's in front of the back four and more as a sitting midfielder or protected back line. And Barcelona as usual with a 4-3-3 na omo bono. This time obenche Daniel Olmo and obenche Lamine Yamal and obo Abrante Femi Lopez and obo Abrante Ferran Torres and the can Robert Lewandowski home. And again Gerard Martinez left back instead of Bada Wetime Prano and non coach Hansi Flick. A kwaya or the team no efa so mu in that order. It make sure say nema betimi akoyi Edema FC Barcelona 15 minutes. And Ferran Torres, Ferran Torres has been a super sub for Barcelona this season in the competition. And whether the Champions League, whether the Spanish La Liga, he's been the super sub for team my friend FC Barcelona. And Abrante, and then a ball behind Rebel Lewandowski from the left. Because Fermin Lopez na ball between the hole between the midfield and the attack. And Ferran Torres from the left, no better atna edikan. But what edikan no? Ensi hɔ ɛna abrante a yɛfrɛ no Boja Iglesias wa follow the Spanish La Liga ni yie paa no anim abrante a yɛfrɛ no Boja Iglesias. He is one player who experience paa yie in the Spanish La Liga na wasan abɔ akyɛ nti you share the backline of Barcelona and whoever have watched Barcelona this season especially in the second half of the season no ebedi atum said the Barca defense is not in good shape and apart from Barca defense na nsa in good shape no adeɛ baako a so wa observe nie pa obehu ne sɛ Barca form no ba fam 1-1 against Real Betis game against Leganes it take magic and Barca team nya that 3 maximum points again omo benya a very good results against Borussia Dortmund at home until it changed the complexion and how the people see the Barcelona team now oboko what the signal I do na obi ehu say besin ban in the question ho Emma 3-1 ntimi amfa nkwanko sihwe Dortmund itimi free with that game. The Barca defense no ntimi enkura Abrante FN Sergio Gurasi mu. And then the same thing, Sergio Gurasi bought hat-trick against Barcelona. Boja Iglesias and so a hat-trick against the Barcelona backline. The HN say Hansi Flick ye Jumade, but also on money call a chido. So per Champions League in the Liga in Aogia. And Obibeka Chel say the best signing for Barcelona in the second half of the window no Abrante Ayefreno. Waiting necessity. In fact, anytime I was a Barcelona survival with defense, no, now who's necessity back to the party. The high line of late is not working. Teams are beginning to exploit the weakness of the high line. No, into Hansi Flick need to set up and draw up a different strategy to match opponent. It's different Torres HFS go no, and Abrante FN Iglesias. Ebete kano, ebete kano man here 1-1. Or Sunday baako kan ho Emani 2-1 and again the third goal. Hwekwanya Pedri fa so lose ball no. Pedri lose ball and nothing man your friend Celta Vigo could the low block. But apart from the low block, I didn't come home Barcelona team. The twist and turn is too much. The control is too much. The retention play is too much. Sometimes you just have to be direct. Sometimes you just have to be focused. Sometimes you just have to be purposeful. And in the absence of Yamal and Danilomo, no, na game na kwa konye Rafinha and Kwan in the final third because supplies name go to Lewandowski, Fermin Lopez and help him matters. Ferran Torres after scoring the goal was nowhere to be found. Into that game ni mwa ye den with Mariba ene Nemrantie no Javi Rodriguez and Abrante Feno Fran Bertrand no manya control in the midfielder. Now Barcelona intimi increase opportunity bia ewomu 83-1 and then coach IFN Hansi Flick Ede Lami Yamal and then Daniel Omo eba no omo sorry say omumra no omo metimi mesesa niemam ema niema ntimi nkoyi for Bobo FN FC Barcelona team no until we introduce these guys in the second half just to create weight and creativity within the backline because game no so obi ko gina tire bebrebe na se wuntimi nya space I two things. It is either you create weight and the philosophy of one day Ramos. So be packet the bus now you tore the flanks. Until Lami Yama by and over tore flanks no just to stretch the back line. Or stretch the back line now. It will be for any of the Barcelona attackers to deliver. And as I said, I'm not telling you no and check right within a space of 4 minutes. Now I'm not telling you no to and look at that pass from team friend Abrante FN Rafinha Edema Daniel Omo or Yini Fremo simple and Daniel Omo or yes so Bobo no fintin and left leg and a goalkeeper need defender the coffin and Bobo no eto opponent chain Edinya 3-2 and check and a Bobisa called the left side the right side of the Barcelona attack from Lami Yama and Lami Yama a crossover no into a crossover it was between Joel Lago and then Abrante FN Rafinha and Rafinha a pin ball na goalkeeper ye friend Vicente Guta ono so ntimi anya ho hwe ball no etimi ekoto atenem ema ball no and dey 3-3 no bi anim say oh 3-3 the game no yapon enya de se Barcelona betimi ache bibio enti referee at the 8 minutes and a referee at the eba beto so me game na me say am say na 8 minutes what actually transpired on the field of play to call for that 8 minutes time added on. But on the 8 minutes by Celta Vigo, normal playing their game, hoping say omo betimi aye bibi, and na omo betimi ekura the draw nim na omo de akọ because obi anim say omo de Barcelona e bona say hope na omo body a who say Barca etimi ebre. But this time even at the Barcelona grounds, Barca still are air suffer. Into Celta Vigo, no omo person omo ye Osasuna niema na ya na omo ye ni bi. And whoever watch Rayo Vallecano a game on the Barcelona bueno no be any say no be na Emante no a person omo etimi in that particular order but unfortunately Abrante aye fair no Joel Lago ball be by 18 on Marcos Alonso omo kwa tackle Abrante aye fair Daniel Omo into omo anto omo bo ase and Abrante den na ko ball Daniel Omo and na baako instead of the ball into referee no kra de omo play on Emma game no etimi ekọ so enti obo game na via fresh da bi omra na omo hwe ball na otimi allow play on say nkono omna no omehwe because we be a team yes there's a certain incident on the field of play and that call for a review and of course say okwa via into okwa no let us say clear the player hits Abrante a friend Daniel Omo instead of his leg and referee say there be and yes dia one or year and sign he say and also a penalty and a referee no etimi eje at the to game no be any say yapon wie and a referee eje penalty at the to Rafinha begina ball nachi obi anim say Rafinha dey heading so obesa penalty and in the absence of Robert Lewandowski Rafinha a ball now or they to the left side of the goalkeeper Efreno Vicente Gata Emma ball no etimi and they in a 4-3 for team a friend FC Barcelona. Meaning so your Celta Vigo you not be happy. But that is Barcelona. And now Nkoye, if you born ni be an insane Nkoye. But the mentality of a champion team, they say, I do be not bad in you find a way to win. Said the Abaya Obitin stay in the competition, not competing with Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga. It is not easy to win the La Liga, especially when you meet a team that goes in for the low block. But once again, Real Betis was difficult, Leganes was difficult, Dortmund was difficult. Today's game is very, very difficult. Going forward, Barca need to set up, they need to back up. Adeba acquire an more team, so a very good second half of the season. Barca will Copa del Rey, but more Champions League, but against Inter Milan, we are very stubborn and experienced. We are only hoping Hansi Flick, as I said, to me the team with the Champions League, he deserves a statue because team non-department in defense especially very, very weak. But that is the mark of an experienced coach. Of finding a way for the guys to win. And when the mentality said they win the Spanish La Liga. Kudos to Barcelona. Not the best deal for Barcelona, but for me, almost 3 points. They work for it, and we need to appreciate them. And forget to say, subscribe to the Kerm Sports TV on YouTube, and don't forget to stream. I'm out.